You've been pre-approved, you know your budget, you've been looking at homes in South OC for weeks, and you finally found the one that checks every box. You look at the listing, the taxes are $8,400 a year. That fits. You run the numbers, the monthly payment works, and then somebody pulls the actual Orange County tax bill. And there's a second line you didn't know to look for. That line is your Mello-Roos. And in parts of South OC, it can change everything. I'm Charles Laird with Coldwell Banker Realty, and I work with buyers throughout South Orange County. Mission Viejo, Laguna Niguel, Dana Point, Rancho, Santa Margarita, Ladera Ranch, Rancho, Mission Viejo. I walk people through this situation more often than you think. Today, I want to explain exactly what Mello-Roos is, how it affects what you can actually afford, and what you need to check before making an offer in this market. By the end of this video, you'll understand why the number on the MLS listing is not always the number that matters and what to look for before you write a single dollar into your monthly budget. So here's what Mello-Roos actually is. It's a special tax assessment tied to a community facilities district, or CFD. When developers build new communities, particularly in newer South OC neighborhoods like Rancho, Mission Viejo, for example, Ladera Ranch, and parts of Laguna Niguel, they finance public infrastructure through bond financing, roads, schools, utilities, parks, etc. That bond gets repaid through a tax levy on the homeowners in that district. It shows up on your Orange County property tax bill as a separate line item, and it's not included in the base ad valorem tax rate that most people think of when they hear property taxes. Here's where most buyers get caught off guard. The MLS listing shows a property tax figure, but it doesn't always capture the full CFD amount. According to JVM Lending, which documented this in April 2026, the MLS does not always accurately reflect whether a property has Mello-Roos. So the number on the listing may be incomplete. And if you build your budget around that number, you may find out in escrow that your actual monthly obligation is slightly or significantly higher. Now, here's the part that changes your buying power math. Your lender counts your Mello-Roos assessment the same way they count your mortgage payment. It runs through your debt to income ratio. So if the CFD assessment adds $300 a month to your housing costs, you qualify for roughly $50,000 to $60,000 less of a home than you would without it. That's not a minor rounding error. It's the $700,000 to $1.1 million range that a lot of South OC buyers are working in. That gap can price you out of the home you thought you could afford. And the complexity doesn't stop there. In Rancho, Mission Viejo specifically, different phases of the community, Sendero, Esencia, and the newer Rienda are in different CFDs with different levy amounts. You can't look at one home's tax bill and assume the home next door has the same Mello-Roos. You have to pull the APN specific tax bill to know your real numbers. I've seen buyers compare two homes in Rancho, Mission Viejo that looked almost identical on paper, same size, same price range, and the monthly payment difference was over $400 because of the CFD tier. Here's what I tell every buyer I'm working with in South OC before we ever write an offer. Before you finalize your budget or fall in love with a property, let me pull the Orange County Treasurer's CFD lookup for that specific parcel. It takes minutes. It shows you the exact Mello-Roos line for that home, not an approximation. And it means you walk into every offer knowing your real monthly number, not the listing's version of it. This is one of those things that should happen before your first showing in communities where CFDs exist, not mid-escrow, not after you're emotionally attached. Before. If you're searching in South OC and you want to make sure your budget is built on the real numbers, reach out. I'll pull up the CFD data for any home you're considering, and we'll make sure your buying power math is accurate before you make any moves. I'm Charles Laird in South Orange County. I'll see you on the next one.